It is New Year's Day and I am just emptying my freezer basically for supper. So in here we have some chicken parm, some pork sausage rolls, and what else is in there? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, some chicken balls. Okay, so that's in, and then I have tater tots here, which I actually forgot to use with my son's birthday. And then those will go in just a minute, and then I have just finishing up the rest of the macaroni and cheese balls and mozzarella sticks. So emptying out the freezer, but I'm going to make a really nice big salad with it as well, with the lettuce, the romaine lettuce, some cucumber, some apple, and just make a really lovely salad to go with it as well. And here's a fun little fact about my salad. The dressing I was going to use is actually expired. And the only dressing, sorry, still have a cough. The only dressing I have is a 3 cheese ranch, which I would never have made this had I realized that. So it's going to be a little interesting flavor tonight. For supper tonight, we are having some steak. It's cubed up in the bottom there, and then some carrots for vegetables. I'm going to thicken the gravy beef broth up when we get closer to supper time. And in the meantime, I've just started to cook up some mashed potatoes. Going to get the water boiling for those. And here's the finished product. This is Mike's. There you go, baby. For supper tonight, we are having some baked mac and cheese, President's Choice brand. It's getting nice and golden brown in the oven, and I'm also steaming up some carrots and French beans to go with it. And I'm going to have just a little bit of supper tonight because I haven't had dinner in a few nights, so I haven't felt well, so just start back with a little. For dinner tonight, we are having pepperoni pizza, 2 of them, and I'm going to make a side Caesar salad to go with them. Pizzas turned out really good, and this is our first time trying some turkey pepperoni, so we'll see what people think, if they like it or not. Today is my daughter's birthday, and for breakfast, she requested some waffles. I added sprinkles because these are birthday waffles, and so you need to add a little pizzazz to them. She wanted real maple syrup with her waffle and some whipped cream, and I'll add a little bit more fun color to it. Then she also requested chocolate milk to drink, so she will get some of that with her birthday breakfast today. And here it is in all its mermaid colored fashion. Some nice blue and pink for the birthday girl. Yay, happy birthday. For dinner, my daughter chose baked spaghetti, so it is done and ready to go. She wants cream soda for her beverage. Then for dessert, this is her. There's Mike getting some wine, and no cream soda for him. And here is her mermaid cake that we'll be having for dessert. For our supper tonight, we are having some sweet and sour pork. It's about to head into the oven, and this is the sauce. I'm going to make some noodles with soy sauce and some celery to go with it. And then like a veggie kind of stir fry to go with it as well. Still don't have much of an appetite, but I'm starting to increase, so looking forward to hopefully this going down well. We are gonna have some pierogies for supper tonight. They're baking in the oven. They also have these jalapeno cheddar popper sausages, and we'll steam up some peas and corn to go with them as well. And when the pierogies are finished, we'll top it off with some cheese, and a couple of us will enjoy some chipotle mayo with it. We haven't had pierogies in probably close to a year, so a couple of us are really excited to have them again. Right, Trext? For supper today, we are going to have some hard beef tacos. So I'm going to add some of our favorite sauce. I almost lost it. The bullseye garlic barbecue sauce, honey garlic barbecue sauce that is. Gonna add that in. The taco shells are about to head into the oven, and then we'll have some cheese and lettuce to assemble the tacos with later. Taco Tuesday on a Wednesday. I had to go to Costco to pick up a prescription, so supper tonight is Costco pizza. I've got cheese and pepperoni and enough for lunches tomorrow. For supper tonight, Mike has made us some butter, chickpea, and rice curry. For breakfast today, we are having some waffles, and people can come and pick if they want maple syrup, cherry syrup, icing sugar, cinnamon sugar, or whipped cream if they like, and kind of make their own waffle this morning. It was maple syrup for the win for most family members. For supper tonight, we are going to have some yellow Thai curry with vegetables and basmati rice. For the vegetables, we have carrots, red peppers, snap peas, corn, baby corn, cauliflower, and broccoli. I don't want to have a lot of dishes with this meal, so I think what I'm going to do is put the yellow curry in a big pot and then let the vegetables simmer in it versus steaming them and layering the curry like that, because that way I only need 2 pots. One for that and one for the rice. And I think that'll just be a much nicer cleanup. Cooking it like this is actually working very nicely. I have also taken out some Christmas baking, the last of the gingerbread men, and some of the Nanaimo bars for dessert tonight. All done. Nice to have a veggie-based supper tonight. For our Sunday lunch day, I'm making pretzels. I've never made them before, and boy, is this dough tough. They warn you that it's a thick dough, but wow, it is really thick. So now I'm just going to put it in a warm place for an hour and let it rise. All right, they are about to go in the oven and bake. So far, they look like pretzels. This dough is so strange though. It's very, very different from what I'm used to working with. So hopefully they bake up nicely and taste like pretzels. All right, they're done. They're nice and brown. So people are gonna pick up some pretzels and then some Havarti cheese and or cheddar cheese, some kiwi, Granny Smith, Pink Lady apples. And then we also have some different kinds of like mustards for them if they want to add that as well to their pretzel today. So far the children say they are really good. For supper tonight, we are having tortellini. I'm going to make a white cheese sauce with this aged cheddar. And in the sauce, we'll add some bacon and spinach. For the cheese sauce, I'm just gonna start off with a basic roux of flour, milk, and butter. Then add in some of my aged cheddar. And I'm gonna also add in some Italian seasoning, garlic salt and pepper for some extra flavor. When I was putting my cheese away, I noticed I still have some ham sausage in the fridge, so I'm gonna slice this up and add it to the meal as well. Doesn't look very good, but I've had a bite already and it tastes great. Tonight for supper, we are gonna have enchiladas. The tortilla shells there, the chicken is cooking. I've seasoned it with chili powder and cumin. When it's almost done, I'm going to add in some yellow and red pepper. So to the enchiladas, I'm going to put in the tortilla, some refried beans, salsa, and cheese to go with the chicken and peppers, and then top with, I could only find a taco sauce instead of the enchilada sauce, but I think it will do. And so then I'll bake it up with that covering the top of them. Here are the enchiladas before I wrap them up and bake them in the oven, and it will bake for 20 minutes. Note to self, add sauce to the bottom so it doesn't stick to the pan. Not the prettiest, but should taste good still. For supper today, we are going to have some French toast. So I'm going to use the Wonder Bread Texas toast because it's nice and fat. And I have 6 eggs. I'm going to mix it up with some cream and vanilla. And then for toppings, we have some cherry syrup or maple syrup or just icing sugar. Some of us just like that. And then for some fruit, we have some bananas. And for me, I am a fan of the icing sugar. Yummy, yummy. For supper tonight, we are going to have some barbecued chicken breasts, green beans with salt, pepper, a little bit of butter and garlic powder for our vegetables. And then we are also going to have pachos. So I have 2 bags here of waffle fries, and I've sprinkled them with chili powder and paprika and a little bit of salt and pepper. When they're almost finished, I'm going to put some shredded aged cheddar on top and let it melt and get nice and ooey gooey. And with the pachos, most of us enjoy some honey mustard, but others enjoy some sweet and heat. Yummy, yummy. Feels like more like a summertime supper tonight. Can't wait. For dessert tonight, whoever wants it one can have one of these like winter hot chocolate ice cream cones. And yeah, we have another box in the freezer, so there's more than enough for everyone. I am making a nice slow cooked dinner tonight. It's going to be some Tex-Mex chicken. In the crock pot, I have 1.5 jars of salsa, some black beans, corn, cumin, chili powder, and chicken breasts. I'm just going to give it a good stir and cook it for 6 hours, then shred the chicken up. All right, I have shredded the chicken, and now it's just going to simmer for a little bit longer while the rice is cooking. It just started, and while it cooks, I am going to shred up some cheddar cheese to go on top of it all. It's been a long time since we've had this. Trexton's very excited to have it, evidently. Hey, Trexton? For supper tonight, we are going to have some pizza baguettes. I am going to start by cutting them in half and using some butter and garlic salt. Toast them in the oven to get them crispy like a garlic bread. Then I'm going to take them out and add the pizza sauce and mozzarella, pepperoni, Italian seasonings, and then bake it up to make it like a pizza. All right, they have been pre-toasted, and then I made them up, about to put them in the oven and make them deliciously ooey gooey. And then for dessert tonight, we are going to have, yes, and even more Christmas baking that has been in the freezer because we were all so sick through Christmas. And so I thought, let's get some of that out so that we can put different things in our freezer. We're going to have some bananas with supper as well, just for some extra nutrition. So here's the first batch. They just browned up, and the second is just finishing up in there because it was underneath. And yeah, I just need the cheese to bubble a little bit more. But that is our supper tonight. For our Saturday morning breakfast today, I am making some blueberry baby cakes. It's just small little pancakes. I do in 2 colors. So this, because it's blueberries, it's purple and white. Then we top off with the fresh fruit, some icing sugar, and whipping cream. The key to making these is to cook them on a very low heat so that they don't get too brown on the outside, and so you can still see the color difference. All right, I thought I'd show you what it looks like before I add the icing sugar because it will cover up some of the color. But yeah, it's a fun way to eat pancakes, and it's nice because you don't need to cut them up. It's just nice. And you don't need as much butter because you just use what's on the pan. They're not dry and thick like the average kind of pancake. So yeah, it's just fun. Fun and fresh. Tonight for supper, we are going to have a classic spaghetti with meatballs. I'm using the meatballs from Costco, and then I'm also going to use Rayo's with it. And I'll shred up some mozzarella, and yeah, we're going to enjoy something that we actually have not eaten in a really long time. Everyone's pretty excited to see some spaghetti and meatballs, but Trexon, he wants more meatballs.
I don't got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 7.
You got 7 meatballs. That's enough. You're good. And for dessert tonight, we are going to have some homemade chocolate crinkle cookies. Today for our Sunday brunch, I'm going to make some muffins. I have the batter here, and I'm going to separate it into 2 because I make 2 different flavors. One is going to be banana chocolate chip, and the other is going to be blueberry lemon. This recipe, I forgot, it makes more of like 1.5 dozen. So I have not as many chocolate chip muffins. I'm just going to, instead of making this sit out until that is finished, I'm just putting it into a little pan. I'm going to bake it more as a loaf. Ooh, look how pretty these turned out. Nice and large, a good dome, and then the loaf, or the, I don't know, kind of like a flat muffin turned out well. I just had to take it out about 7 minutes earlier than the muffin so that it went over baked, but it'll be interesting. It's like a pancake muffin. I chose to have the blueberry lemon muffin, but I also wanted to just taste and try out the banana chocolate chip pancake one to see how it is. And I'm also going to have some black stable grapes and a strawberry raspberry Oikos yogurt with mine today for lunch. Supper tonight is really simple and easy because I needed something quick. So I'm making some chicken vegetable ramen, and I've also made a side salad with walnuts, craisins, feta, and apples, and dressed it with some poppy seed salad dressing. There we are. The only downside to ramen for supper is I can only have the right size, like 2 of the right size pots, so we serve it up 2 by 2.